Okay, I have a story that still makes my stomach drop every time I think about it. It's about a terrible day that, in retrospect, was one of the luckiest days of my life. This all went down in New York City during the 2008 financial crisis. I was a young professional, fresh out of college, and I had just landed at a major investment firm. I had been working my butt off, and my mentor had just given me a huge opportunity. He told me to invest my entire bonus into a new groundbreaking financial product. He said it was a sure thing, a guaranteed way to make a fortune. I was so excited. I was ready to sign the papers and put all my money in. I felt like I was finally on my way to a great life. I was on my way to the office to sign the papers when I got a call. My mom, who lived in a small town, was in the hospital after a sudden accident. It wasn't life-threatening, but she needed me. I immediately had to turn around and fly home. I called my boss and told him I couldn't make it to the office, and I would sign the papers as soon as I got back. He was annoyed, but he understood. I had been waiting for this moment my whole life, and a family emergency was getting in the way. I was so mad that I had to miss out on this huge opportunity. For the next few weeks, I was so busy taking care of my mom that I completely forgot about the investment. I was so focused on her recovery that my career was the last thing on my mind. I was so stressed and so defeated. It felt like my life was falling apart. My mom finally recovered, and I was so relieved, but I was also so sad that I had missed out on my big chance. I finally got back to the city a few weeks later, ready to get back to my life. I walked into my office, and the atmosphere was completely different. It was silent and tense. I saw my boss sitting at his desk with his head in his hands. He looked up at me, and he had a completely shocked look on his face. He then said, "You're so lucky. You're so lucky you weren't here." My heart started pounding. He then told me that the financial product I was going to invest in had collapsed. The entire company had gone bankrupt. My mentor and everyone else who had invested had lost everything. The entire company had been built on a lie, and the entire thing had just come crashing down. I was completely shocked. The family emergency that I was so angry about had actually saved me from a major disaster. I was a few days away from losing everything I had. My mom's accident was a blessing in disguise. The one thing I was so frustrated about had saved me from complete ruin. That day changed my entire perspective on life. It taught me that sometimes the most frustrating moments are actually blessings in disguise, and that sometimes a small act of faith can save you from a huge disaster. So that's the story of the one decision that saved my life. Have you ever had a small decision that saved you from a major disaster? Tell me your story in the comments.